Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So I have this mold that I got off of Etsy. I got it from, says Instagram is at solarart_studio, designed by at rosie.arty. This is mold number 218. I got it off Etsy. It holds 320 milliliters of resin. I have mixed up 240 gram of resin, so it's not going to fill it up, but I'm going to make a bowl. I've used the Let's Resin brand, the Fast Cure 1-to-1 resin. I used 115 part B and 125 part A to make 240. Part A does way more than part B. I got the, I printed off a list that Julie Cutts has on some of her older videos where she tells you how to weigh out your resins according to if it's a 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, and it's worked every time I've ever used it. And I find that I have equal amounts of resin and don't have all that excess of one part or the other when I'm finished with a bottle, if I weigh it. Alright, I'm just letting this sit. I literally just mixed it up before I turned the camera on. It is at 28.5 degrees. This resin heats up quick. I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of a lace effect or anything like that, it's going to be kind of similar, but not quite the lace effect. I'm going to do this in a one layer, and I'm going to use this laser paste. It's a pink laser paste that I got off of YouTube, and I'm going to go around the edges with the laser paste. And then I'm going to use white, my bloom paste from a white bloom, and then I'm going to do in that I'm also going to try a mica bloom muscalicious from Art Tree Creations. I always usually make my mica powder a little too heavy, so I'm going to try my best this time to not use so much and see if I can get a pretty mica powder bloom. But I think the muscalicious and the pink laser paste will work really well together. I did not put this in the debubbler. This resin debubbles, it degasses quite easily. I don't have to worry about the edge heating up because it's not going to bloom, but I'm still going to wait and let the whole thing heat because I want this to degas some too. And like I said, it just takes maybe 29.1 already. So I'm going to put you guys on a hold until I reach 33 degrees and we'll be back and get started. All right, guys, we're back. So I am at, I want this where you guys can see it, just stirring it up. Because if you just take the temp of the top, it's going to be different than what's down in there. Stir it up. I'm at 32.8, so we're good. I'm going to measure out 15 gram of resin. This is for my laser paste. Okay. I don't want that much. Just taking some of it out. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be 15.3 for my laser paste. Now I'm going to leave that alone for now. All right. And let's mix up some laser paste because that can still heat up just a little bit. So, because we were at 32.8. I'm going to mix up my laser paste. Make sure to scrape your sides and your bottom because you want that mixed up really well. All right. Now I'm going to take that's on the stick. It's quite a bit because I know this is going to, it's going to flow to the center. Just going to scrape this off. Scrapes off really easy. And make sure I give it a good mix. Okay. Now we're going to pour this around the edge like you would with the lace effect. I just want a thin layer. And I'll go back around and push it up next to the edge because you guys know that I'm not very steady. I do shake all the time. And I can't help it. Just want to make sure I get this evenly distributed. That part could use a little more. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get out what's left. I think all laser paste is just a one part of the resin and glitter. I really do. It's very thin, and I think it's just a holographic glitter that they mix in with it. So if you wanted to make your own, I don't think it would be that difficult. Okay, now let's just make sure this is touching the edge and all those little corners, because I don't want it to completely come away. As we know, it's going to float to the center. It's going to pull to the center, just like the bloom. I can't get it down in that corner. There we go. Some areas of this might have a little more than others, I think. But did my best. And we don't even know how it's going to turn out anyways, so. Just going to try to scrape that little bit off there. Okay. Now, let's clean this stick up. Oops, I still need that. All right. Now let's do 20 gram for a pink. And I'll definitely have some of this left. I won't need this much. Okay, 20.5. And ooh, I didn't get out enough cups. Let's do 20 for the white. Okay, we are at 30. Now, give me just a second. Get that stick out of the way. Where are we at? 38.9. So I'm just going to put this in there now. Like I said, this resin doesn't take long to heat up. Just going to scrape my cup, get all of that out of there. Now, if you have not mixed up your resin very well. And you did not scrape your sides when you mixed your resin up. I would not suggest scraping your cup, because then you're going to get unmixed resin and your piece will not cure. Okay, let that drain. Let me clean this stick off. Okay, now let's start mixing. We've already used that. Let's move that out of the way. Now let's put a little mica powder, and I'm not going to do much because, like I said, I usually make it too heavy. So that's all I'm going to do with the mica powder. And I thought we would turn this into a bowl. Like I said, just a little tiny bit. Just enough to give it some color. It's really warming up. I usually don't like using the fast cure from the blooms just because I'm a bit slow at it. And this resin heats up really fast. Alright. Bloom. Do 2 drops. I always have the hardest time getting my bloom paste to first come out. If I turn it upside down, it makes it even worse. Come on. 1 drop. 2 drops. You can see that pink glitter pulling already. Mix your white to look like skim milk. Get it off your stick because it will stick. And my white is still a little streaky. So I'm just going to keep mixing. Just mix it until you don't see any more streaks. Okay. And you can see this looks like skim milk. You can see the red through the stick. That's what you want. Okay. Let me clean that stick off. Get me a paper towel here. I'm going to fold this in half. I'm going to pinch my cup. Put that right up next to under that rim of this cup to catch my drip. And then let's start our bloom. I'm going to have some glitter in that bloom. You can see where it caught my drip. I'm going to turn this inside out. I'm going to use it on my mica powder also. I don't see any floating, so that's good. I'm going to set that down. I'll clean it in just a minute. Alright, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to try, I can't guarantee, to keep it in the middle of the white. This is going to be my color. Okay, caught my drip. All right. Now, I got a lot of bubbles. I'm going to do this even though you shouldn't, because it's going to leave holes, probably. I'm hoping because I didn't use alcohol ink it won't. But it's going to. You can see it. All right, let's do our design. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay. Let's go in at each point. And then let's go out at each point. Okay. Now for the center, I want to drop some stones in there. I have some here. Where are they at? Oh, I'm in the wrong drawer. Where are they at? Well, when you want to find them, then you can't. Okay, pink and silver. This is just crushed glass. That's all this is. Got it from Laura's Art Corner. It looks like there's some little balls and stuff down in there. And I'm just going to put that. I'm hoping this is the center. I was going to put it in first, and I forgot. That's why you should always get your stuff out. Okay. I need that resin to come in on top of that. You can see the stones when you put them in this way. It kind of holds the resin up. And it doesn't want to sink. So if you would do it first and then put your bloom and stuff, you don't worry about messing up your design. I'm just going to stir them around and hopefully it looks okay. Can't guarantee it's going to, but I'm hopeful. Always be hopeful, right? Okay. Let me clean that off. I can't tell if those stones are in the center or not, guys. Anybody tell? I think they need pulled over some, maybe. Good thing is you're not going to see behind these stones. Okay. Does that look any better? I can't tell. Oh well. That's the best I'm going to get it. All right, we'll let this do its thing. I'm going to give it 4 hours, and we will come back and demold it and try to shape it. All right, guys, I'll see you back then. Hey guys, so it's been a little more than 4 hours since I did this, so I'm going to see if we can get this demolded. I used the fast cure just so we could demold it this soon and shape this into a bowl. Oh, that's really pretty. Still could have been over just a smidgen, I think. Let's see if we can get this down in here without messing it up. It's a little thinner on this side, so I think that bowl's not going to work. I really wanted it bigger than this. This one's too big. What else do I have? How will this one do? Okay. Yeah, this will work. Alright. Let's see if we can curve up some of these tips. I think that will look really pretty. We can just curl them out. Okay, I think that's good. And we'll just leave this alone. See, I could have moved it over just a little bit, but it's okay. All right, we'll leave that alone. Come back tomorrow and demold this. I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, so our bowl has cured, and we just need to pop it loose. This side looks like it fell back. Woo. That popped out of there easy. All right. That's our bowl. That turned out so pretty. Love that. All right. That's it. I'll see you guys back for the next video.